I'm trying this ripping chain right here. Semi chisel, 72 2/3/8. It's only on a 20-inch bar because most of my logs are pretty small. Anyway, this is what we're looking at. It was sold. The RP, I'm assuming, indicates rip. But we're in the Ozarks here. This is what it looks like after about 3 feet of cutting. I'm not getting much bite on it at all. I do have one more of these as yet unopened. And I'm going to try to sharpen this one a little bit here, and take it out and run it. If that doesn't resolve my issue, I'm going to put the other one on, and I'll take a video of it running and see how many feet I get out of it. And if that's the case, I say here in the Ozarks, mostly what we've got is hardwoods, and primarily at that is even oak. We do have some walnut, a little bit of cherry, and things like that, but my property is mostly oak. And some white oak, which is very nice, some red oak, which is pretty and hard. It's hard on chains. And then you got the dreaded black oak or post oak or blackjack oak, some people call it. I think it's right up next to cobalt on the hardness scale. But I don't expect to find a chain that'll rip that very well. But that's what we've got. If you want to torture test a chain, we'll try it out on that black oak. But anyway, let me do a little bit of sharpening here, and I'll check back with you, YouTube. This thing in the way. Not the way I like to do it. Under the circumstances, it's going to have to work. So here we are out here on the property where I'm working. You can see that's how much actual cutting that we got done, and you can see right there at the end where it took a hard turn uphill, about right here where this knot is. It seemed to just kind of jump out and start coming up. I don't know, to get that cut back down and straight. But this, I'm not very good at this yet, and this was kind of a practice log for me, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so chainsaw not running. So what you can see is as I slide this thing along, see how it's, we're still doing okay there, but the blade, as it comes along, now all of a sudden on that far side we're way high. No matter how I jog this in, and you can see where it's coming in at. So I need to back up about right here is where it is by hand. I can feel that, you know, we're pretty close to good there. So I'll probably have to back up a little bit beyond that to actually get it to drop down where it needs to be. Yeah, I think it'll stay there. Well, I think that pretty clearly tells us, YouTube, this chain is not going to do anything for us. Well, you can see right here where I was trying to scoot along there, but it just was not going to happen today. And you can see where it just continually kept stepping up right there. It just ain't going to cut it. It wasn't moving very fast either. It wasn't moving much sawdust, so that chain's not right. Alright. It was easier just to pop the cover off, but there's the old chain. I just finished sharpening and trying. Here's the new chain just like it. Just see if it performs the same, just to get a statement of final result. And this may be a good chain for like a pine or something like that, but I'm thinking this is not working too good for oak. I've always hated that when I'm pulling something that's supposed to cut out of a package, that I have to have something sharp to get it out. Isn't that interesting? Daily quandary for today. So here's something that is the problem that plagued me until I figured out how to work this. So you see how both of those loops are over themselves to the inside, and you think, well, how the heck do I get that out of there? Because whenever I pull one out, the other one's going to stay in. The answer is you have to pull them both out at the same time. And the easiest way to do it, I don't know if I can show you and hold this camera at the same time, but let me try it this way. Can you see? Yeah. And so if I come out here, so if I pull this thing up like this right here and force both of these two to come to the inside of where they're at, then it does it. I hope you were able to see that. But you take them both out at the same time, it'll save you a lot of trouble. And safety Nazis, yeah, I should be wearing gloves, but I'm not. And I'm going to just move that over there, just like such. I've got my tightening pin in all the way around. We're in good shape. Now we just put the cover back on. There. Alright. Chains replaced. I left my daggum saw tool at the house today in my other case with my other saw. One of my other saws anyway. I think it's in the one with the small saw. I don't know why I did that. Other than I was just ready to get the heck out of the city. Yeah, I need to loosen that a little bit. This chain's not quite There you go. That's too much loose. I like to go from slack to loose on the chain instead of just getting too tight and backing it off, because the daggum thing doesn't always loosen for you like you'd like it to. It's still a little loose. That's about how I like to run them, especially a new chain. And I've already ran this saw this morning, so it's got a little bit of heat in it. So I don't like to run my chains too tight. There we go. Now what's left is to put it back in the mill. Which I have found the easiest way to do that is this. Just to flip it like such. So the blade is hanging out. And just had a bolt that was cattywampus. There you go. Open your maw up. Eat that. So we want to make sure these pads are far enough back that when I tighten them, they're not going to pinch my bearing, and they're going to be centered enough that they don't get caught into the chain. So that's the secret there. you go. Brand new chain. We ain't touched quite. So you could see where I was shoving on that thing out there, and no new cut at all. So I'm gonna say that Archer Australia chain is not a good ripping chain. So there you go, YouTube. There's a review on Archer.